The Chimeran threat began in Russia. The origin of the virus is unknown, but its effects were devastating and swift. In the 1930s, reports of biological experiments began leaking out of Russia. Then reports of villages destroyed overnight. Then entire cities. We feared the Russians had developed a weapon of unparalleled power. The truth was far worse. The Chimera stayed sealed within Russia for over a decade. Then, in 1949, they launched an attack that overwhelmed all of Europe in a matter of weeks. For several months, we thought England was safe. But in October of 1950, the Chimera burrowed under the Channel. We had prepared for them, but in 3 months' time, the war was lost. We abandoned the cities to the Chimera and retreated to scattered military bases and outposts. The Chimera had won. On July the 11th, 1951, the Americans launched an assault on the eastern coast of England. On the second wave of that assault was a sergeant named Nathan Hale. The actions of that soldier have become a matter of both scrutiny and myth. What follows are the known events of his life from July 11th to July the 14th, the day he was last seen. Soldiers had no idea what they would soon be facing. The US government had sealed its borders in 1950. Radio waves and newspapers became state property. Only the highest levels of their government knew the truth. The operation was an exchange. The Americans were bringing supplies and tanks into York. We were giving them our one secret weapon, something we could offer that they couldn't build themselves. I was the commander of the convoy team that was to meet the US soldiers. We were ambushed in Manchester on the way to the rendezvous. There was no way to warn the Americans. They were on their own in York, fighting an enemy they knew nothing about. We never learnt exactly what happened there. All we know is that Nathan Hale was the sole survivor.
No! No! No!
Yo, how's it going, guys? Trasu here, and this is a new series that I'm bringing to the channel. It's gonna be a Let's Play Resistance. I'm gonna go through all 3 games of Resistance, and I'm gonna do a commentary while I play them. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And before you ask, yes, indeed, I am back finally. I've got a PS3 because the old one broke, and then during the summer I couldn't. And I actually have had one for quite a while. But I couldn't actually record anything because I couldn't play. I wasn't at home. I was maybe I'll make a commentary about it sometime, but I was, let's just say, quite busy. But yeah, so I'm pretty much just gonna do a whole commentary about the whole Resistance games. This is the first one, and as you can see, these things are ugly as fuck. I mean, just look at them. But yeah. And this first, well, there we go, another dead guy, and there's just 2 of them now. Never mind. This game, if I remember correctly, immediate death. This game, if I remember correctly, came out at, was a launch title for the PS3, and it was a huge hit for the PS3. It was like, okay, this guy's on fire. It was a huge hit for the PS3, and everybody knows that the Resistance series is one of the best series that there's to the Sony franchise, PS3 and PSP. There's 3 games on PS3, and then there was another one for the PSP, which doesn't follow the same story as the console. Well, awesome. This first mission is the only one where... Okay, first I'm going to talk a bit about how Resistance works. Resistance is a game, it's obviously a first-person shooter that has... how could I say this? It's a bit different from other FPSs. On this game, you can just hold as many guns as you find in the game. You can hold all the guns at the same time, and you can pop them out. You have different ways to face the enemies. You're also going to see there's a huge variety of enemies. These are just like the foot soldiers, regular guys, a couple of shots to the head and they're down. No biggie. But you'll see that further on in the game, it gets really interesting, and it's actually a really good game. The controls are also a bit different, so that you can aim down the sights with R3. And your special weapon, every weapon has two shots, the primary shot, which is R1. And then the special shot, which is with L1. On this case, on the assault rifle, it's a grenade launcher, which I'm not gonna waste the ammo. Oh, Reapers. Alright. So I'm gonna, now that I've found these weapons, I'm gonna introduce to you how to change guns. So you basically, you hit R2 and then you just move around and pick the weapon you want. I'm gonna go ahead and say before you actually ask, the Reapers, you cannot get them on your first playthrough. It's a gun that a special kind of enemy has, and only that enemy has. I'm not gonna spoil anything, you'll find it out yourselves. But you cannot get it on your first playthrough. You need to finish the game at least once in order to get them. And for some reason, I'm having it as soon as this. I can't remember. I think that on the second playthrough I didn't get it so quick. I'm not 100% sure though. Most of the game you're going by on your own, so you're gonna if there's ever friendlies around you, they're gonna die almost instantly, because the game wants to give you that feeling of these guys are uber terrifying, and you could see on the initial cinematic that they appeared in Russia and they just took over the whole of Europe in a couple of years. And this first level is a bit tougher than the rest, except for the last ones, because there's no health regeneration. Alright, you cannot have health regen. There you go. For some reason I just can't say regen. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just going full retard right now. But as I said, this level is a bit tougher than the rest because you have no health regen. So if your life goes to zero, I mean you're done. Bye bye. So this one's one that I'm taking a bit easier. The walking tank, you'll see in the future as well what it is. It's another kind of special enemy. I'm also going to be shutting my mouth during cutscenes and stuff like that, so you guys can keep up with the story if you want. But then, meanwhile, in the gameplay, I'm not going to shut up. And here's another weapon. This is the assault rifle of the Chimeras, of the bad guys. This is the gun that I tend to use the most, simply because rate of fire and the ammo. Like almost every single enemy drops ammo for this gun, so it becomes quite useful. And then it's secondary, which I'm going to show you right now. So I attack that guy, I can shoot in the air, and I'm still going to kill him. So basically, homing bullets. If you manage to hit your secondary fire into one of the enemies, you have homing bullets, and every single one of these of the guns that you pick up, when I'm saying pick up, I mean when you kill somebody, they drop the gun. Every gun will give you one secondary fire, so you basically can just go around and having homing fire to almost every single enemy. And I'm losing quite a lot of life right now. I'm under half my life, and as I said, I have no health regen, so I don't know how I'm gonna make the rest of this first level through. In terms of gameplay, you're gonna see that every game is really different from each other. It doesn't follow like Call of Duty, Battlefield, or any other FPS does. The three games themselves are really different one from the other. And it's actually a pain in the ass because when you do the transition from one, oh my god. Also, the aim system is kind of bad on this first game, because it has like an auto aim, but it's not actually an auto aim. It's kind of weird. But as I said, the three games have very different gameplays. The game style, it's really different. For example, on the second game, it's like a normal FPS. You can only carry 2 guns and stuff, and the controls are really different from this one. So yeah, you're just gonna see that every game is really different one from another. So far, as you can see, well, I mean, England and Europe, messed up. City of York. There you go. I'm gonna try to. I think the first levels. No, it's not. Let me use a couple of grenades here. Are they dead? Oh yeah, here's when there's friendlies down here. Oh yeah, I'm done with the first level. So yeah, that was the first level. I'm not sure how big my YouTube videos can be. I need to check it out. So, we're just gonna go on, and if I have to cut it out, I'll just cut it here. Also subtitles, because I really do feel like talking when people are just saying stupid stuff. So if you are interested in mid-game commentaries, then you can just listen to this. So yeah, there you go. First level's done. I managed to make it through. Spoiler alert, something's gonna happen. I mean, obviously. You can see I'm down here. That's like the perfect place to get ambushed. Cutscene. I need to shut up.
Captain, you seeing this? What the hell is that?
I thought the bitch at the beginning said I would survive this. What the hell's going on?
No one knows exactly how Hale was infected by the Chimeran virus.
We just saw it.
Our only clue is a journal entry recovered from the body of a US medic. It says that he encountered a number of comatose soldiers in a dry creek bed. One of the soldiers, a sergeant, suddenly woke up. Unlike the other soldiers, his body had no wounds at all. The sergeant refused any kind of medical examination, insisting on catching up to the rest of the company. If that sergeant was in fact Nathan Hale, then he remains the only known person to wake up after being infected. Whether the Chimeran virus mutated within him, or whether his body had an innate resistance to it, remains a mystery.
That becomes revealed at the beginning of the third game. What actually happens, why he survives the infection. So yeah, until the third game, fuck you, you're not gonna know what happened. Also, the game's divided into, I believe, 7 or 8 chapters, each of them having 3 episodes. I just went through the first one, this is gonna be the second one. Also, I'm a bitch about realism in games, so as you can see, I just woke up.
Hey Sarge, you alright? They told me
Here's the
Aaron
medic.
was wiped out. Come on.
Put in your journal that you found me and that I woke up, bitch. We're just gonna follow this guy, you're gonna see what happens.
What was that?
Oh yeah. There you go. Second type of enemy. This crawling thingy. I mean, now it just blew out all of its limbs off, but you'll see it in full shape afterwards. I could just go ahead and actually... Well, these are all the kinds of... It's a bit of a spoiler alert, but I mean, deal with it. These are all the kinds of Chimera you're gonna find through the game. First game, the one with the most Chimera and the most weapons and everything. I believe that this is my favorite game because it just has the most out of the 3. That's another thing that really pisses me off, is that not only the game changes a lot on the second and the third game, it's just also the weapons. Like, there's not as many weapons nor as many enemies. And I don't know, it just feels inconsistent. When you play the 3 of them one after the other, it just feels really inconsistent. So let's just follow this medic who's supposed to have written down in his journal that he found me. Oh, there you go. So those are the crawlers, I think. Hold on, let me check it out. Hybrid, yeah, the general guys. Pause if you want to read. Whatever. Crawlers. Oh, crawlers are the little things that infected me. Pause if you want to read again. Leapers, the guy. Oh, okay. These guys are called leapers. Good. I just call them whatever the fuck they are. I mean, look at them. How the fuck can you put a name into that? It's just such a weird thing. And if you also want to read the history about the weapons I've found so far, there's the carbine. Read the story. Bullseye. Pause if you want to read. And there you go. Reapers. Pause if you want to read. Oh, actually, don't read. No, actually, don't read the Reaper's gun because maybe it has a spoilers about the enemy that uses it. Unless you want to know what enemy uses it, in which case, go ahead. Oh, more Leapers. That's awesome. Leapers can die in just one shot, so they're not a big deal, except when they start coming in fucking thousands, like right now. You can save the medic, I believe, and you can keep him for a while, but I mean, yeah, I suck too much, so he's dead. And he didn't write down anything in his journal, so nobody will know what happened here. So here's another guy who's just ignoring the fact that there's... Alright, I tried to melee there, and I tried to push R3 because I'm used to the... to Call of Duty, so instead I'm aim down sights. And now remember that melee is triangle. Alright, I just suddenly forgot which way I'm supposed to be going. Oh, there we go. This is one of the easiest levels, because it's just, I mean, the introduction thing, so... As you can see, I'm still using the bullseye, but I'm gonna change, because there's rifle ammo there. Ammo's not a problem in this game. It doesn't have that survival thing. It's more of a action horror. Although it's not really horror either, because it's not a really scary game. Sometimes it'll just try to scare you, but it's not like a horror game. It's more FPS action shooter with some details of horror into it. Not a big deal. So yeah, you never really need ammo. It's just that I don't really use other weapons apart from the rifles. I mean, you're gonna see that the amount of weapons you can have on this game. I'm just gonna... Yeah, exactly. You can just have all of these weapons at the same time. All of them. So imagine the amount of possibilities you have to kill the enemies. But instead of making it complicated, I just go with freaking assault rifles. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, full health. These things give you health. As you can see, my health is divided into 4 parts. When one of them goes down, it cannot regenerate, so you have to pick one of those up. But if you manage to get hit just right before the quarter of your life, it will regenerate the whole of it. This place. If you quickly tap R2, it will just go to the next weapon. Then you need to hold it in order to manually choose which one you want. I'm gonna go with the bullseye because I remember this part. Alright. Was it on the following floor? Yeah, it was here. God damn it. So I'm just gonna attack this guy. And down he goes. There's another guy. I don't know where though. Oh wow, no, there's actually 3 guys. Bye bye. So as you can see, hold on a second. There we go. As you can see, the auto aim, the secondary fire for the homing bullets, it's really useful. One good thing about hold on a second. One good thing about the hybrids, it's the fact that you can recognize when they're gonna die. They have 2. It's like they have 2 health bars. One which is like 3/4 of the life. You'll see that they'll do like. You see how he went? I don't know if I killed him actually. Did I? Yeah, I did. I'm gonna try to show you if... Oh, there's one. Oh, headshots. Damn it, I don't want to headshot him. You'll see that... Okay. Oh, you can just read that one. You'll see that through the game that at some points the cameras will go like... and go to the side. That means you have taken like 3/4 of the life off. And then just a couple more bullets should deal with them. There's a lot of cameras here, so let me put a grenade there. Also, good thing about the Chimeras and the hybrids. I mean, Chimeras are every single one of them. Good thing about the hybrids and the bullseyes that you can see the bullets coming. So I tend to have really long range engagement with them and just avoid the bullet. Oh, you see how he kind of went backwards? That means I took like 3/4 of his life out. And just a couple more bullets and he's down. I'm just gonna rush through this guy. Get down. Oh, there we go. This part is really cool. You have a tank all by for yourself. Let's go over here. And I believe the second episode is done. Or not. No, I need to finish this. So you have your cannon. You can just blow the shit out of them with it. And for a game that came out as a release, as a launch title for the PS3, I mean, you've got to admit the freaking graphics are really good. I think, when did the PS3 come out? 2006? Not sure. But I mean, you've got to admit the game looks really good. And there's no destructional environment except for parts like this, where you have tanks and shit like that. So as you can see right now, story-wise, I mean, the story is really good and I really enjoy it. It's just that at the beginning it's kind of dull because all you're doing right now is trying to survive. But I mean, if all of a sudden all your freaking company runs out, I mean, what else can you do but pick up a tank and just go in the middle of the enemy, right? I mean, YOLO. I'm just gonna keep on blowing the shit out of them. It's a pretty easy mission, like I said. No big deal so far. I think I just won that one over. Controls for the tank are not the best. It pretty much just goes where you're aiming. It doesn't really move sideways, which is kind of annoying. But there's not too many parts. Not too many parts with the tank. I think there's this one over here, and then there's another one at the end of the game. And that's pretty much it. Well, not the end, but like the beginning of the last mission. So, oh, those were, oh, yeah, those were allies. I figured out a second too late.
The Americans regrouped at an abandoned bus depot in southeast York. Under the command of a Captain Winters, they staged a daring tactical offensive. The Chimera had begun to close in on their position. If the Americans could secure the site, they would have a perfect landing zone, and the battle would tip in their favor.
So here we are, trying to tip the battle in our favor, as the girl says. You don't know who the girl is, but I do. Let me tell you, she's a bitch. Fucking useless piece of shit, British girl. No disrespect to the British. Most of my friends are British, so please take it easy. So there we go, third part. As I said, every level is split into 3 episodes.
If we can hold it, we'll get some reinforcements of our own in here.
Yeah, sure. Stay there, fucking sniping around. Meanwhile, I'll do the fucking huge shove. I want to be up there. Oh, goddammit. So as you can see, this guy kind of like went backwards. That's when I took half of his life out. He's down, clear. So as you can see, I lost health. It doesn't regenerate when I stepped on it. Boop. Recovered 25 health. I suppose I forgot to put the percentage. But not my problem. So yeah. So basically right now what we're trying to do is just kill every single one of them. Oh yeah, that's a bitch, now that I remember. Okay, I need another gun for this. Alright, let's do something about this turret. So as you can see, I used my secondary fire. Failed. I don't know why I didn't get it. No, I got it. No, I didn't get it. What the hell is going on? Well, I just wasted 2 of my secondary fires. The grenade launcher of the assault rifle does lack in ammo throughout the game. You don't find that much of it, so, and it's a really good explosive. It will basically one kill almost every single enemy. So it's a shame that I just wasted 2 of them like that, but I mean it's the last level and there's no special chimeras. anymore, so. Let's just flank this guy. Sit the fuck down. Let's use their sentry gun. There's a guy behind me. Why is there a guy behind me? Again, I did the stupidity of pushing R2 instead of Y to melee. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna blow the whole place up. Blow up? No? Alright, that was a fail, Nate. There we go, that's more like it. I suppose I got at least one Chimera with that explosion. Oh, that was a wall. Sorry. And this should really end quickly, I hope. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Now I really want to run back because it's not over. As you can guess, it's not as easy as this. Oh, this is dead end. I don't remember every single piece of this map. I'm gonna use these guns just because I haven't showed you yet what they do. There's no secondary fire to it since it's two of them. R1 you shoot one, L1 you shoot the other. But I'm gonna show you what these guns do as soon as I find somebody. There we go. That fell. There you go. Basically what happened there is, even though I'm aiming at the middle, the guy moves his hands in order to hit him. So basically as soon as you can lock on somebody, just pray because the guy will just follow him through the screen. As long as the camera stays in your screen, he's just gonna follow it. But as you can see as well, it burns through ammo really quick, so I think I'm gonna flip over to full time. Failure. As I said, the game mechanics, the aim for this thing is not the best one you can find out there. The only that was a mistake. You're gonna find yourself rushing a lot simply because you can't aim properly at them. The only game that I can find that has a worse aim system than this one is the new DOS 514. Seriously, the aim system on this game is really bad. But I mean, not much you can do about it. Cool story, bro. Tell me more. I can just... Well... Fuck. Oh my god, as I said, aim on this thing. Are the bullets going to the back? Yes, they are. Oh my god. I think that, I can't remember exactly what happened, but if you don't hit an enemy and your marker actually stuck on something, bullets will still go on it, so you need to change weapons. Or fire another marker. Oh, I'm out of ammo on this one, what the fuck? Oh wow. No, don't blow up on me. Alright, I'm gonna die. There you go. Oh my god, I look like such a noob right now. But yeah, you're gonna find yourself rushing most of the game, because aim is really poor.
Take your squad to higher ground. Nothing comes in or goes out without you get a shot off first.
Uh-huh. Just give me something to kill.
More hostiles to the west.
There you go.
Coming around that fuel station. Wake up, ladies! We got more company. Hostiles at the fuel station.
Oh my god. Also, you can friendly fire. God damn it, don't. I'm gonna let you leave just because of your reflexes as soon as I shot you. You're anyways gonna die by one of these things probably, or whatever. Let's just blow it up. It's kind of creepy looking at the bullets just coming at you and not dodging them. Well, that was a headshot. Oh yeah, fire. Huh. It does kill you. It's insane the amount of times I've died just because I've rushed to something that's on fire. Can it just hit? Oh wow. But if I had to say, if I had to put these games on a list, I'll definitely put them among, not the other two, but this game in particular, I'll put it in my top 5. I wouldn't know which place to put it, but I'll definitely put it on my top 5. Probably 4th. So yeah, there you go. First chapter's done. Cutscene, I better shut up.
Well fought. We might just hold this little piece of heaven. Tapazzini, bring those tanks in here and scrape out a landing zone.
He's got such a badass voice.
Incoming!
You thought that was gonna blow up, did you? Ooh, beetles.
We know from the craters that the Chimera ended the battle by launching spires. There is no defense against a spire attack. By the time you see them in the air, it's already too late. After impact, the spires release swarms of crawlers. Literally thousands of them can come from a single spire. Whole cities have been infected in minutes. After the crawlers have done their work, the Chimeras send in carriers to collect the dormant victims. The role of the carriers is to transport infected humans to conversion centers. It's at these locations that the Chimeran creatures are born. Hale was brought to a conversion center in the town of Grimsby. My convoy team and I were imprisoned at the same location. We had been captured uninfected, so we were put in makeshift pens until they could infect us.
And that makes me wonder, how hard is it to put a beetle in your mouth? I mean, taking into account that the Chimeras are superior to humans. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here. As I said, I don't know how big my YouTube videos can be. Fortunately, this is under 30 minutes, so fortunately I can put this in one single video. If not, I'll put it into 2. But we're gonna leave it here, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!